Oh, that's scary. How long should I wait before I start?
You can go now. It's a good time.
Okay.
By the way, you look fabulous tonight.
Oh, thank you. You too. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sharon Green, and have the great privilege of being Executive Director Coach for Optavia. And welcome tonight to our Jumpstart team meeting. It's just our way to kick off the month as a team. And so I want to welcome, first of all, any of the new coaches that are just joining us. Happy to have you. And I also want to congratulate everybody who grew last month in July and experiencing that joy. One of the things Craig wanted us to be thinking about is one takeaway you might have noticed from listening to Becca talk. I certainly found more than one, but what were some things that really kind of caught your ear and made you go, that's something I could use? Anybody care to share?
So you'll have to come off of mute and then go ahead and just jump in. You can also raise your virtual hand. There's a way to raise a hand on Zoom. Casino, why don't you go first? Thank you, Sharon, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, let's come back to Casino. Carrie, you're up.
Okay. I think the thing that stood out to me that I haven't thought about before, and it's really consistent, is just about when you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to other things. And so just being really careful that even though it seems like it may be a fun commitment, once I'm locked into that, there are a lot of other things that will no longer be an option to do. And that's not rocket science, but it hit me in the side of the head, so it was kind of good. Craig, you're muted.
Hey, thanks for that. I said, hi, Jackie. It's nice to officially meet you. Good to see you. Who else has a highlight? Go ahead and come off mute.
I got something, y'all.
Lean in, bring it.
What? Hey, the reschedule 3 times, and then you either do it, you delegate it, or you delete it.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but I just keep spinning and spinning, and I keep rewriting the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, never stopping to ask myself, why is this happening?
So good. Thank you.
So learn that.
Yeah, that's great.
Apply it.
Yeah. My takeaway was giving yourself emotional permission, right? Giving your emotional permission just to either do it or not do it, or to take the time. And then she talked about the calendar. Let your calendar be your boss. And I've been thinking about that this week. When I put it on the calendar, I'm the CEO of my corporation. When the reminder comes up, I'm the employee. If I don't want to get fired, better do it. Or the CEO is going to fire me, and then I'll have to get rehired, I guess, because it's the same person technically, but it's just the different roles. Anyway, that's my takeaway. Who else?
I got something, Craig.
Yeah, Ben, hi.
Hi. When I hear Becca talk, it's a lot of stuff, right? It's a lot of changes to make. It's a lot of things to go through and figure out. And so as I was thinking about it, it kind of came back to what she said at the very beginning, which was it's a lot of small steps, right? It's not one big change that happens all at once. So you just got to give yourself grace and give yourself time to make those changes and just do one little thing at a time to move yourself in that general direction. Take periodic times out of your schedule to evaluate where you're at and what changes need to happen from that point forward, and just make them.
Yeah.
And then you'll get there in the long run.
Yep. It's the incremental changes. I look at Becca and I see, wow, she's got a lot of stuff together, but she didn't start there. and she worked at it over time. And I'm thinking, well, I can do that. I mean, can I do that? Will I do that? That's the question. So excellent.
Yeah. Craig,
Go ahead,
and
Dawn.
then to go along with that, I love the video at the end where it showed the teeny tiny little domino and how it ended up knocking down the great big one at the end. And that just really, to me, that was a visual of what you just said, Ben, in that it's those little teeny tiny things that we start and we build on that are going to make the difference over time. And so, and then thinking about the calendar piece, Craig, I really appreciated what you said about building in margin to take care of yourself and to have time to build relationship and, you know, to invest in the relationships that are important to you. So,
I mean, we don't want to build another job. We could literally, you can work Optavia 24/7. There's always going to be people and stuff to do. And then you just basically sacrifice your own personal health. Why would I do that? I mean, don't forget you. I love on all of the things, like on your map, you know, you've got your map, and it's the first thing that it says here is personal health, taking care of your personal health, right? I'm moving forward with my own personal health. And that's one of the most critical things. Don't forget about, usually if you take care of you, your business is growing. And if you're not taking care of you, usually you're not able to really help other people somehow. It's just they're connected. And so we're going to be talking to some people too tonight that are killing it with their personal health and killing it in their business, right? Or maybe killing it's not the right word. Healing it or healthing it, or whatever. Did you have something, Kelly? Oh, no. Okay.
I really like.
Go ahead. You're off mute.
Yeah, I really like what you. Okay, I really like that. Giving yourself emotional permission to spend time on the things that give you more time tomorrow. But she also said, realize this is what I need to do. Realize that I do more about what you don't do than about what you do. What you do.
Yep. Yeah, focusing on what we have to say no to, not just what we have to say yes.
More about what you don't do than about what you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people have problems with their no. Their no muscle is not strong. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, we're going to jump into the Jumpstart. That presentation she gave at convention, and she had the dominoes up there, and it was spectacular for those that saw it. It was like a mic drop moment when that last domino, she goes, "Thank you," turns around and walked off, and I'm like, that was awesome. So great stuff. So we're going to jump in. We're going to celebrate a lot of growth that's happening. I also want to talk a little bit about the boot camp that we're doing and the snowball incentive. So let's jump right into it. We're going to celebrate some folks and the growth that's happened this month. So let's see here. Can everybody see that? Just says Jumpstart. Yep. Nod if you can see it. Lynn, thank you. Perfect. All right. So this is just a quick little thing about how the ranking systems work. What we have with Optavia is two ways to be able to get to what we call an executive director. And you can get to basically the business really starts to have a massive return on your investment when you hit the rank of executive director. And so you get, it's all about a point system, and you need 5 points to get to executive director. So you can do that with FLV, stands for frontline volume, or senior coaches. A senior coach is somebody with 5 clients, approximately. And so we have senior coach, 5 clients, 1,200 frontline volume. Managers, 2 points. So that would be 1,200 times 2. That's 2,400. Or they could have 1,200 in frontline volume and a senior coach. So blended ED means that you have senior coaches and frontline volume, and that's the blended ED. So, so when we talk about someone going from manager to associate director, you know what that means now, or manager to director, things like that. All right. So first off, a new coaches that joined our team. So Janet and Weston have joined us, and I personally sponsored them. Tracy Zajac, she's here today as well. A lot of you guys met her at conference. She wasn't a coach then. Now she's a coach. And Tracy has 2 clients she's working with already, and she's been doing lots of interviews. So congratulations, Tracy, on taking this forward and helping people. Mandy Shaw, a lot of you met her at convention. She was only 2 weeks or so into the program, and so she's sponsored by Carrie and Ben. And that actually leads me to the next point is Ben. Ben is married to the lovely Carrie, and they are teaming up as a coaching team. He came to convention and said, thought he was just going to sit on the sidelines, and there was something that drew him in, and so they are teaming up, which is going to be spectacular. And then Barbara Farrell, she's a part of Don Carpenter and Don and Kelly Carpenter's team. So great job. I'm curious, if you just want to take just a second, Ben, and just share with us a little bit about like what you're excited about and sort of the perspective you have of partnering with your wife as a coach. And I'm going to try to unmute. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Well, gosh, I got to hear stories about what Carrie was doing and the way lives were being changed as I supported from the background, and that involved taking care of the kids and giving Carrie that quiet time that Becca talked about today to be able to engage with clients and coaches and run her business. And obviously saw the financial aspect of it. But I think what my eyes were really open to at convention was the transformation side of things and seeing how the business provided freedom in a number of ways, time freedom, financial freedom. And as a result was excited about getting some of that freedom for us for a number of reasons. One of them, and I think probably the biggest one, is freedom to be able to run our family and live our lives the way we deem the best. And I think close second to that is just having the opportunity to transform lives. I've always thought that Carrie and I had something special as a couple. I love the way that we interact and run our family and run our relationship and manage our kids. And I see this business as a platform to be able to transform and have a huge impact on the world and on people around us. So it's funny because the why is huge, right? We talk about that a lot. And as I run into challenges and things that are hard for me to do or get into places that are outside of my comfort zone, I constantly go back to that why and remind myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And
yeah,
it is more than enough motivation to propel me forward to overcome that fear or do what I need to do. Perfect.
Thank you, Ben. So great. So great to have you and watch you too. So we had someone that hit a new rank. So Casina is basically something has shifted in her, and she's come back from convention, and she went from manager, she'd been a manager for a while, and jumped to associate director. And she was a mere $480 from hitting director. And I'd love to have you come off mute, Casina, and talk about, kind of connect your own, just in maybe a minute or two, connect like your new zeal for your own personal journey with your new zeal for coaching and the success that's coming out of that. Welcome.
Yeah, well, the past few months in my personal journey, I had kind of hit, I was stagnant. I was coaching and I was getting new clients, but I was just kind of staying the same at manager. And I was also staying the same in my health journey. And at the end of June, I got certified, and that just like kind of started this catalyst for, hey, wow, okay, I can really do this. I know I didn't know how much I knew or didn't know until I took the certification test and realized that I've really learned a lot more than I thought I had. And so that just was like that jumping off point. And then I didn't think I could go to the convention. And at the last minute, you were like, well, wait, you know, would you be able to be there Saturday? And I was able to figure that out with your help. And I showed up at convention, and just meeting you guys and seeing people in person that have actually transformed their lives and helping other people. And I just like, I'm so excited. Like going back to my day job was really hard because I was like, no, I just want to coach. I just want to help people. So.
That's so great. Thank you so much. It was really awesome working with you and having you struggle a little bit, and then like really having that heart to heart. Like, here's where you're at for reals. And you're either going to move backwards and gain your weight back, or you're going to move forward. It's one or the other. And you were like, something just lit in you and you went after it. And it was so great. Come back from a convention, losing a few pounds, and just being, Cassina told me something. She said it's way easier to be 100% on than to be almost on, because the mental stuff that goes on, the shame, the guilt, the know that you didn't take care of yourself, that you basically cheated on you, all of that baggage goes away when you just kill it. You just go, yeah, no, I'm just doing it. It was so good. And I see that in your how you're coaching as well. So way to go. Congratulations. All right. We got just a couple more slides here. We have got what we call the 8K Club. So one of the first goals is to go senior coach. And then the next goal is to move yourself to what we call blended executive, and then moving your frontline volume up to 6,000 and then beyond. And these are the folks that are running $8,000 to $10,000 in frontline volume, which is probably, if you take 350 divided by 8,000, that's how many. It's probably 20 to 30 people. And so we have Carrie and Ben Armstrong, and we've got Sharon Green. What's up, Sharon Green? Way to go. Look at you. And Mr. Irving Duffy. Yep. And we have got the 10K Club. And so Daniela Carulli, some of you met her. She's part of the team that meets over with Alex. And then we have Dawn and Kelly Carpenter. That's right. So talking just a little bit about boot camp. Many of you guys are in the boot camp. And so the reality is, if you could say, those boot camp things are pretty good, and those actions are pretty good. But the reality is, if you don't do the push-ups, you don't get the gains, right? If you don't feel the weight of the exercise, nothing gets stronger. And so I want to challenge you. I want to encourage you. I want to plead for your future you that will be so thankful you did these things. Trust me. Like, just your future person is just saying, please do that. Please build me. Please build, please grow, please change. And so as you go forward and you do these kind of activities, you will learn, you will grow, and you will be, you're just going to be a powerful role in the change of other people's lives, giving them hope, being a beacon of hope for them. So I just want to encourage you with that 3x3 and to get some structure. If you don't have the structure, let's build it, right? And lastly, I want to welcome a new coach and a guest here. Actually, I'm not sure even if you're a coach or not yet, but Jackie, you want to unmute yourself and tell us who invited you and give us maybe a 30-second update on where you started and where you are.
So,
hi, welcome.
hi. Welcome. It's been nice to finally meet you.
Yes.
I actually am a coach now. I signed on August 4th.
I thought so. Way to go.
Yep, I started at the end of April and stuff. I tried to do everything on my own. I had 2 strokes November of 2016, and I gained a lot of weight. So, yeah, it was trying. Like, I was at my heaviest. Nobody, had told me that my weight was out of control. I tried to do it all on my own. And Trisha, my coach, she can tell you it was bad. Very, very bad. And I just knew something had to change, and I saw her success, and I was like, okay. I had asked her once before, and I kind of had it in the back of my mind, and I was like, oh, I can continue to do it on my own, and nothing had changed. And I was like, no, I have to do something. And I jumped on board, and within my first 12 weeks, I lost 30 pounds, and I was mesmerized. And I was like, okay, I have to keep going. And I've had a lot of people, they're like, what are you doing? You look amazing, and this and that. And so I was like, okay, all this attention, I was like, maybe I should start coaching, and I've had people blowing up my phone. Like, I have a friend of mine, she's like, my husband has high blood pressure and this and that. What are you doing? What changes are you making to get this? My husband needs help and everything else. And so I'm trying to talk her in and seeing when a good time is for me and Trish to be able to do a health assessment with her husband and stuff. So
perfect.
And we did. We've already done one health assessment, and we have another health assessment set up for tomorrow. And so just trying to get those out there. And
way to not keep this to yourself. You find a bucket of hope, and now you're pouring it out everywhere. Way to go, Jackie. I'm so thrilled that you've joined us and joined this mission, really. And way to go, Trisha, by being an example for her. Like not keeping, that little thing about the candle and hide it under a bushel and that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Let your healthy light shine. Way to go. So welcome to the team. We do this once a week. So we'll look forward to seeing you again and celebrating with you as you are able to help other people. And we'll celebrate your wins along the way as well.
Okay. Sounds
All
great.
right, you guys. Yep. Well, that's going to conclude for tonight. We have the little incentive. It's called the Snowball Incentive, and I did this last August. And so I'm just going to give you a quick 1-minute version of how it works. So let's say that I'm the primary coach, and then let's say it's Dawn is next, and let's say it's Mary Greer. So that would be 3 levels of coaches, right? So anybody that Mary brings on, I'll donate $25 towards a client. Dawn will donate $25, so it snowballs to $50. Mary can toss in a 25, so now we're at $75. So the new client would have a $75 off for the month of August, their first order. And so if the further you are away from me and the more coaches that want to participate, you can have more and more stuff, or more and more snowball effect. And the reason why I have the snowball is the coaches that are farther away from me, generally the trainings tend to maybe don't translate very far down. And so hopefully the financial incentive will spark something in them to get going. So if you've got coaches on your team or you want to do this, now you know what it's like. And the way that you take advantage of it is you can personal message me. I need the ID number of the new client, and then I'll put cash on account, and then I'll figure out the coaches that are in between us and see who all wants to participate. So anyway, that's the snowball thing. Love for you guys to spend a lot of my money and help some people get healthy. I really would. It's so great. So that concludes our meeting tonight. Thank you all for being who you are and then growing into the person that you're becoming. And we'll see you next week. Or we'll see you on Saturday morning, actually, 7 a.m. for boot camp. Take care, everybody.